Good morning. Thanks for joining and welcome to Commerce7 Live. My name is Zach Canfas. I'm really excited to be here today. We've got some great announcements we're going to take you through. We've got a bit of a review of the last year, and we're going to walk you through our 2024 roadmap. We're going to show off some all new reporting tools. We're going to walk you through how we're improving reservations and our point of sale system. We're going to talk about how we're enhancing workflows for better efficiency and seamless operations. And we're going to review our plans for new tools for wine clubs and subscriptions, including some really exciting AI tools. At Commerce7, we're really focused on direct consumer sales and creating the best direct consumer sales software for our winery clients. We spend an enormous amount of time meeting with our clients and talking with them about DTC sales. We spend a ton of time analyzing how end consumers are using our tools. We spend a ton of time studying direct consumer in other industries. And all of this is to create the best product for you. This enormous effort is paying off. In 2023, we processed over $1.3 billion in DTC sales. 1,500 wineries use Commerce7. 2.6 billion API calls happened in 2023. There's more than 1 million new lines of code that were pushed. And while all these numbers are great, what really matters is our clients. And if you, the winery, are successful. When we visit or talk with wineries, we really want to know how they're doing individually. And here's what some of them have to say. From Brandy Morin, sales manager at Red Car Wines. After 20 years in the wine business, this has been the best tool I've ever used for managing DTC sales orders and customers. Commerce7 is intuitive for the user, and it's easy to train staff on. After struggling with the limitations of many other systems and switching systems every few years, I no longer have to do that with Commerce7. Here's another one from Luke Whitfall at Blasted Church Vineyards. It's been less than 2 years since we started using Commerce7, and our wine club membership has quadrupled. And it's still growing. Commerce7 has made it easy and simple for customers to make purchases, manage their memberships, shipments, and payment information online. My job managing inventory, fulfillment, and website integrations is a lot easier than it was with our previous systems, which gives me more time for email marketing and logistics. Commerce7 was a game changer. And one last one here from Toby Collada, club and e-com manager at Quails Gate Winery. Commerce7 has enabled us to reimagine our online presence. With their team of incredibly responsive and helpful support staff, we've been able to work as partners in maximizing our ability to not only deliver the best online experience for our consumers, but for our staff as well. From detailed reporting to optimizing sales to managing events and tasting room reservations, I would say Commerce7 has helped keep our online business relevant in a rapidly advancing technological world, as well as given us the competitive edge to grow our business. Before we get into the all-new reporting, point of sale, and club tools that are coming, which I know many wineries will be excited about, what I want to do is look at a few things we've figured out with all the time we've spent studying and some of the most important pieces of DTC. Let's talk about the importance of multi-channel DTC. First thing that we know for wineries that are best practice, and we'll talk about what research says best practice is, they should be driving about 20% of their direct sales from e-commerce. They should have 35 to 40% of their direct sales from the club. That's the ideal channel mix. Let's talk about this for a moment. If you're doing $1 million in tasting room sales and you're not selling $200,000 in e-commerce, then you're leaving money on the table. It could be because you're on a platform that makes the online shopping process too long and complicated, or it could be that you're not capturing data in the tasting room that could be leveraged to promote web sales later. Don't let focusing on your tasting room lead to missing the bigger direct consumer picture. If you're doing $1 million in tasting room sales and your e-commerce is only $75,000, you're leaving about $125,000 on the table. If you're doing $1 million in tasting room sales and your club is only $350,000, you're leaving money on the table. E-commerce and club doesn't cannibalize your tasting room sales. It's additive to your tasting room sales. I want to walk you through 3 factors that are going to help change the mix to get your direct consumer channel mix closer to its full potential. While all 3 factors are important, the first factor that we want to discuss is having a better e-commerce experience. The customer experience when it comes to e-commerce really matters. Let's take a look at the customer experience. If you go to a website on WineDirect, this is what the checkout process looks like. We have 14 shipping fields to go through. Then we potentially have multiple sets of shipping options to choose from. Then we could have up to 17 fields to fill out for billing. And finally, we have a review screen. If you go to a website on Orderport, it presents you with a create account screen. We've known this is a bad practice since 2012. If you go through as a guest, you're presented with this large form, 35 fields. It starts with billing, which is a bad practice. And there's even fields in billing and shipping for a fax number, which in 2024, customers don't have fax machines. Let's take a look at Shopify. Shopify is the world leader in e-commerce with over 1 million stores. Let's take a look at the checkout process. It's smooth. Apple Pay, Google Pay. If you choose to enter your shipping information, it's 11 fields, but it doesn't include a date of birth field, which we often need for wine compliance. Now let's look at the Commerce7 checkout. Apple Pay, Google Pay, just like Shopify. If you've ever been to the site before, it's a one-click checkout, which over 50% of repeat buyers will use. For the guest orders, we require an email address, 6 fields for shipping, another 4 for payment, and I'd argue this is actually better than Shopify. It pre-checks compliance. It handles wine taxes correctly. It knows the compliance rules for alcohol state by state. So you get over 30 to 45 fields on other software and 11 fields with Commerce7. This makes a massive difference, especially on a mobile device, which is what most of your customers are visiting from. Nobody wants to type through a bunch of fields with their thumbs. When Baymard Research, one of the largest e-commerce researchers out there, studied a system where they lowered checkout fields from 16 to 8, they saw conversion increase by 23%. At Commerce7, when we saw a winery with direct sales in the millions of dollars move from a complex checkout to Commerce7, they saw their conversion rate increase by 35%. Lowering the number of fields makes the shopping experience easier, faster, and ultimately better. The customer experience here matters. We have 50% of repeat buyers checking out in one click. We have 15% of people using Apple Pay or Google Pay today online. Both those options aren't available on other wine platforms. We have a 35% higher conversion rate than WineDirect, and we don't request fax numbers and have long forms like other software. This really makes a big difference. Add to the streamlined checkout things like our personalization engine, our upfront pricing, cart carrots. All of these add to a better customer experience and they increase e-commerce sales. If you want to bring your e-commerce up to 20% of your direct sales, start by focusing on the customer experience. The second factor to getting your direct consumer channel mix right is to have a better club experience. Just like e-commerce, the customer experience when it comes to the club really matters. If you go to a website on WineDirect, this is what their club experience looks like. For the first step, there's a login page. Then they present you with this 14-field shipping experience, up to 17 fields on the billing address. Then they ask you to create an account, and finally, a review screen. Let's take a look at what managing a club is like on WineDirect. When there's an active shipment, you have to search for it inside your club membership. There's some nice imagery and a calculation of what your savings is for each product, but at a glance, it's hard to see what's actually selected in your shipment. The Orderport club signup is also very lengthy. It's a 6-step process, over 40 fields, and it starts with a billing address, which is not best practice. Both of these experiences are the opposite of how every major club in the world operates. If you go to Ipsy or Birchbox or Dollar Shave Club or any major club, they operate differently. Unfortunately, Shopify, the leading e-commerce platform, it doesn't have an integrated club. And the bolt-on clubs they have are just that. They're bolt-on. They don't have unified payment. They don't have direct access to Shop Pay or the other great Shopify tools. When it comes to clubs with Commerce7, over 30% of members sign up online. We've really focused on this experience. Like the top clubs in the world, we start with the product selection. You want to focus on what your consumer wants, not what you need. We allow for sign up with Apple Pay and Google Pay, something you can't do with other software. We don't make you create an account because we know this is a bad practice. We just have a streamlined sign up. Very basic. This experience is why people sign up online. When it comes to club management, Commerce7 offers customers the best club experience. First, we have 2-day and 2-week automated reminder emails. 32% of people who receive an email interact with their club package. Our visual club editing allows for easy product selection for user choice clubs. Over 31% of customers interact with their club and cause a 10% increase in average order value for the club. The customer club experience is important. Having a 10% higher average order value is great, but club members that interact with their club package, they last 6 months longer in the club. So you get more revenue per shipment, and you get more shipments out of the members. It's a double source of revenue. Every major subscription club outside of wine, things like Birchbox and Ipsy, Dollar Shave Club, they all behave this way. And Commerce7 is the only wine software club that's best practice. A client of ours, Iola Wines, after transitioning to Commerce7 and implementing our club tools, experienced a staggering 221% year-over-year revenue increase. They achieved immediate success with increased subsequent purchases and monthly membership growth. This success story underscores the pivotal role of an enhanced club experience in not only meeting direct-to-consumer sales goals, but also establishing lasting member relationships. We're talking about getting your direct-to-consumer channel mix right. If one factor is getting your e-commerce customer experience right, and the other is getting the club experience right, the third major factor is the tasting room and capturing data. If you want to grow your e-commerce and your club sales, you need to capture email addresses in the tasting room. With all the time studying and with the enormous amount of data at our hands, we know 2 things. For every $1 spent in the tasting room, a customer will spend 78 cents online if you're able to get them on your email list. On average, it takes a member 3 to 4 orders before they sign up for the club. So it's helpful to have them make some of those orders online before they sign up. We've worked hard over the last few years to help you accomplish this task by building reservations natively into the platform and also integrating with Talk. And while the system might not compete with the features that Talk has, the benefit of Commerce7 reservations is the customer data. A customer makes a reservation, they come into your tasting room, you already have their email address on file before you even start the order. They place the order, and now you can remarket to them after they've gone home, email them afterwards, and email is the single biggest driver of e-commerce sales. Commerce7 also uses the name from the credit card to capture customers' names. We email receipts automatically, and we make it very easy to capture customer data. You'll hear later today how we're going to continue to improve this. But we're spending an enormous amount of time making it easier for you to capture data and drive additional sales. So that's a little about what we've been trying to do at Commerce7 with the customer experience. I'm going to pass it over to Robert now, who's going to do a review of what we did in 2023.
At C7, we are not sitting still. As you heard from Zach, we worked really hard to create the best customer experience. But in 2023, we took a bit of a different approach. We still looked at the customer experience, but we also heard from you, and we launched hundreds of new features last year that really focused on workflow improvements directly for you. Things that help you, the winery, directly, so that you could spend more time on the customer experience. Let's take a quick stroll through some of what we launched in 2023. We started the year with some huge club improvements. If you are running a traditional club, we made it so you can see shipments across packages. We also let you see inventory at a glance across all packages. This allows you to manage your club as a whole rather than individual packages and really improves some of your workflows. We continued with workflow changes on the club, allowing you to easily see a club membership, the number of shipments, their last shipment date, and if they are in a subscription club, you can see the frequency. For all new club signups, if there is an active package, we automatically add the new signup to the package, saving you a few clicks. If you updated a club membership and they have multiple outstanding shipments, we applied the updates to all outstanding shipments. If a club member's credit card declined, we already were sending them a decline email. But as soon as they updated the card, it would automatically reprocess their outstanding shipments, saving you a lot of time management. For those of you that self-fulfill, on our order exports and orders, we allow you to filter by club package and whether that package was edited, making it easier to self-fulfill in group-like shipments. And finally, we allow you to add any item to any shipment from our backend, making additional customizations easier. Commerce7 already had the best club on the market. And as you heard from Zach, our club user experience really helps you to sell more. With these workflow enhancements, we continue to push the club in the last year, making it way more efficient for you. When it comes to orders, we launched a lot of features here as well. The biggest thing is exchanges. We made it so you can easily exchange a bottle of wine. If a club member comes to pick up their club shipment and they decide they want something else, an exchange is easy to do and financially compliant. Exchanges work for any type of order, and you can even exchange an exchange order. And your accountant team and compliance team will be happy we aren't editing the original order. We know when it comes to workflow, you spend time on refunds, and we greatly improved our refund interface. Furthermore, we made it so you can refund or exchange an order to a new gift card, creating a gift card on the fly. We also made it so you can refund an order even if the order didn't originate in Commerce7. We know when it comes to workflow, you spend a lot of time with fulfillment, and we made it so you can filter on club packages, edited shipments, and we auto-fulfill non-shippable products. We launched numerous order export formats. While we encourage anyone doing fulfillment to use one of our automated fulfillment solutions, the order export format does allow for a simple download in several different fulfillment formats. And finally, we made it so you can easily add and remove customers to an order after an order has been placed, as we know how important data capture is. When it comes to our point of sale system, we launched restaurant tools. More and more wineries are operating restaurants or simply adding food to their tastings. In Commerce7, you can add food modifiers, notes, and kitchen ticket printing. This was a huge feature for us, and we're seeing really great adoption. Wineries can ditch traditional systems like Square and Toast to use Commerce7 in their restaurant and food area. We have the stats to prove that you should start an order with the customer, but we also know it's important for the staff to identify orders by table number, and we added table seating to our point of sale. And finally, we made it easier to split payment so your staff don't have to do the math. We also made it easier to handle gift cards on the POS, with the POS auto-prompting the staff member if the customer has a gift card on file. Reservations are so important to wineries today. Furthermore, we know when you have a reservation, it's easier to start a point of sale order with a customer, which in turn generates more e-commerce sales. While Talk is a great system, it's very important that the reservations are built into our system, and more than half of our 1,500 winery customers today use reservations on a daily basis. In 2023, we made it faster than ever to create a new reservation. We have an all-new interface in the reservation area. We also made it easier to create walk-in reservations and to create reservations from our property map. We heard from you that you want to capture multiple customers on a reservation, and we allowed for reservations to have additional customers. We also know that many reservations end the reservation with buying wine, and so we allow for a reservation to be closed out from the point of sale. Finally, we made it easier for your customers to change or cancel their reservation online. In a bit, you're going to hear more from Andrea on how reservations are going to continue to change and evolve in 2024, and I'm excited on how we are continuing to push the bar here. Another area that wineries consistently talk to us about is reporting. While you're going to see large changes in reporting in 2024, we did make a lot of changes in 2023. First, we sped up the report generation by having a read-only replicated database serve up reports. We launched an all-new tax report that allows you to report on alcohol sold per state, including bottle counts, milliliters, and more. We changed the way bundles work, so reports like sales by department show the child SKU rather than the parent bundle item. Our query tools are second to none and a great way to find data inside the system. In 2023, we made the query results almost instant and allow you to interact with the results in a matter of seconds rather than having to download a file. In 2023, we generated over 42,000 queries with a median response time below 1 second. This really helped you get at the data you need. If you're a winery watching today and you haven't used the query tool, this is something you should really look at. Finally, for those using full Steam payments, we launched a single sign-on and link to full Steam merchant track, along with bringing the payout report, transaction report, and direct linking of all of these reports into Commerce7. Club, orders, point of sale, and reporting are not the only areas we improved last year. While we launched hundreds of features and there are too many to go through, let's do a quick highlight of a few. In the inventory area, we added bulk editing and bulk transfers. If you cycle count your inventory at your winery, it's really easy now to update all of the inventory at once inside Commerce7 without having to edit each one individually. Behind the scenes, Commerce7 creates inventory transactions for all bulk updates and makes everything compliant. In the email area, we've added a theme builder. In 2023, we sent over 5 million emails from Commerce7. While MailChimp and Klaviyo are superior email systems, there are certain things that Commerce7 email does very well, including transaction email, club shipment email, and for wineries sending promotion and campaign email directly from Commerce7, it helps get pricing right, including upfront pricing. The email theme builder helps our small and mid-sized customers design better email. For tags, we allow you to create tags on the fly now. If you're on an order or customer or club membership and start entering a tag and it doesn't exist, you can simply create it without going to the tag area. We did the same thing for vendors, departments, promotion sets, and other small objects. In our shipping area, we've launched an all-new UI, making it easier and less clicks to manage shipping rates. We also allow you to create shipping methods that are not available online and only available in the point of sale and admin panel. In the customer area, we changed the display around and added new things like gift cards so you can see all the gift cards a customer has. Improvements weren't just for the admin panel. On the front end, for your customers, we launched a new languages section in our admin panel, allowing you to control every piece of text on the front end. We have wineries like Opus One using the languages section to translate their site into multiple languages. We added new options for reservations, including Google Map directions to the winery and allowing customers to cancel reservations online. We spent a lot of time on accessibility. While Commerce7 has always worked on accessibility, we continue to improve these areas not just to match regulatory compliance, but also to do the right thing for customers that have visual impairment and other challenges. For customers using our storefront template, we added options to better control the header, footer, inject tracking scripts, and overall control the storefront more. And finally, we launched URL parameters for club signup, allowing marketers to control club signups better. With over 30% of club signups coming from the web, having URL parameters is important for savvy marketers. On the regulatory and security front, we've ensured we've complied with changes on the Colorado delivery fee, and we're ready for the California redemption value tax long before January 1st, 2024. Furthermore, we have a custom tax section for wineries wanting to add things like the Temecula Heritage Tax. On the security side, we continue to improve our security with things like two-factor authentication, hidden reCAPTCHA on most forms, shadow banning hackers, making it harder for them to identify bans from us, and to push security with our third-party partners. While we haven't seen much adoption in 2023, we launched Apple Tap to Pay. This isn't Apple Pay. Instead, this is our point of sale on an iPhone with the ability for a customer to tap the iPhone with their credit card and pay. At Commerce7, we believe it's important for us to play with evolving technology, and you will hear about AI in a bit from Andrea. One of our core values is to push the bar, and while not many of our wineries are using Apple Tap to Pay, it was something in 2023 where we really pushed the technical boundaries of what we can do. Finally, before I hand this over to talk about 2024, I want to talk about apps. Commerce7 is the only wine platform that allows third-party apps. And while the App Store is small, 2023 saw a lot of new apps. Some of the new notable apps include Shogo app, which integrates Commerce7 with Xero and QuickBooks and other accounting software. Quick Inventory, allowing for fast inventory changes. Winealytics, which allows for greater reporting. Better SEO, where the app name more or less explains itself. DinePlan, an app for South Africans to integrate with third-party reservation software. Geocoding, an app for locating your customers. Zapier, an app that integrates with Zapier and then lets you integrate with thousands of pieces of software. Customer Reviews, an app that allows you to add customer reviews to products. Referral Candy, an app that integrates with Referral Candy, allowing you to reward customers for referring their friends. In addition to these apps and more, in 2023, we saw the addition of private apps. As we continue to increase security, private apps allow third-party developers to work directly with you on a custom application while you control specifically what data they can access, rather than giving them access to everything. As you just heard, we didn't sit still in 2023. I'm going to hand things over to Andrea to talk about what we are doing in 2024.
Hi, my name is Andrea Dick, and I'm the product manager at Commerce7. Zach talked a bit about our vision, Robert took us through our past year in 2023, and I'm going to talk a bit about where we're going in 2024. One of the things we learned over the past few years is that incremental improvement and releases are better than giant releases. When you do a giant release, it doesn't matter how much testing you do, bugs still surface, and all at the same time. During the week, we often release code 5 to 10 times a day. We have a modern code base that we're pretty proud of, and we intend to keep it that way. All of that to say, today we aren't releasing any big new features, but I am going to show off a number of things that we're working on and go through our roadmap for 2024. I'm going to talk about reporting, POS enhancements, and how we plan to improve both the club experience and workflows in 2024. First, let's talk about reporting. We often get feedback that our reports could use some improvement. While we have 46 reports in the system today, you require more data and for the reports to be more dynamic. Third-party systems like WinePulse are amazing, but we agree that we do need to do better here. To start it off, we've been working for a while on a brand new visual reporting dashboard. The dashboard will make it easier to see your key trends in your organization. You'll be able to choose a time frame and then visually see an overview of your information below. You'll see total sales volume by channel, number of orders by channel, and who is purchasing these orders, whether it's a guest, first-time customer, repeat customer, or club member. You'll be able to see average order value across channels and by customer type, and beside it, some quick stats for club, including the number of active club members at the end of the period, how many club members have canceled, and how many signups are happening per channel. There'll be a club member retention rate, and on the right, a view of how your club shipments are performing. Lower on the page, you'll see your email capture rate in the tasting room, top selling products, campaign engagement stats if you're using our campaign tools, and a website conversion rate. For each of the cards, if there's a full corresponding report, you can click a link to view all of the stats. Our goal with this dashboard is to give you a glance at how you're doing overall on a daily and monthly basis. As an owner or manager, you should be able to log in and quickly see how things are going. It's similar to our closing report, but with a much more visual display and time range options. We're planning on launching the dashboard early this year. Truthfully, we had wanted to launch it before the end of the year, but we ran out of time. We also plan to improve it by allowing you to compare 2 time periods. For example, when viewing the stats for today, you'll see a comparison with yesterday, and when viewing the stats for the month, a comparison with last month. For your sales, instead of a single order value for the entire day, you'll be able to see a graph comparing the 2 time periods. On each of the cards, you'll be able to see whether your performance is up or down for areas such as average order value, club signups, club member count, and more. Being able to compare your data across 2 time ranges is really going to help you see how you're performing. After we launch the comparison data, we're planning to follow that up with some benchmarking. Understanding how you're doing in comparison to peers and our ecosystem is something that wineries ask us for over and over again. While we do want to keep the data anonymous, it is interesting and helpful to know how you compare to others. On the dashboard, you'll see a new benchmarking tab. To start it off, we'll be giving you a quick benchmark showing you how you're performing against the top and bottom 25% in different categories. For example, this month, if we had around 22,000 in sales, we can see that the top 25% is at 53,000, while the bottom is at 8. For each area, there will also be visual indicators to quickly identify where you're doing well, where you're in the average, and where there's room for improvement. Finally, we'd like to do one more enhancement here so you can see all of the sales data visually. In this view, you'll see the same data enhanced with graphs and broken down, giving you a little more insight to where you are versus the top 25 and bottom 25%. In addition to the dashboard, this year we really want to make improvements to our existing reporting. Our reports generate pretty fast today, but when you want the raw data, you have to email it to yourself. We first plan to make this file available for download instantly, eliminating the need to check your email. We also plan to audit various reports and add additional columns to give you access to more information. With our query builder, we've done a great job of providing a ton of data, and that data is very fast. We want to do similar things with our reports, allowing you to get fast access to both summary and detailed data. One of the struggles we hear with reporting is trying to find the right report or trying to find the right query. At Commerce7, all of our data is available through our APIs. And our partner at WinePulse is releasing a brand new app today called Chat DTC. This app works with your data in Commerce7, and you can simply ask it in plain English for what you're looking for, and the app will find it for you. Now we're going to jump to a quick video from Remy about Chat DTC.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much, Commerce7, for inviting me to your annual event. My name is Remy. I am the owner of OnePulse. You may already know OnePulse through OnePulse Analytics. It's a reporting solution for wineries. But I'm here today to talk about Chat DTC, which is the first AI-powered data assistant for wineries. So what does it mean, a data assistant for wineries? So many times you have things in your head. You know you have to look for specific information in your POS. You have to do complex analysis. You know it's going to be complicated. You're going to use queries or you're going to use pivot tables, and it's clear in your head, and you just wish you could say it in plain English. Here comes ChatGTC. You're going to be able to say, using natural language, what you're looking for. You're going to be able to do complex analysis, complex customer segmentation, just by having a chat with your data. You're going to be able to do predictive analytics. You're going to be able to explain to the AI the information that you're looking for, that you want the AI to calculate. Here are some examples of questions you could ask. Who are the customers who purchase online at least twice, but have not purchased in the last 6 months? Maybe you want to find out people who live in specific area with specific criteria. Maybe you want to do some SKU analysis. So let me show you some examples of chat that you could perform using ChatGTC, talking directly to your data. So here is an example also of a chat. So I started with a simple request. Give me a summary of my sales for yesterday. And so the AI ChatGTC is basically explaining what it's doing. Okay. And I got my answer. This is a summary of my sales for yesterday. You can see the split by product. Okay. But I wanted to know a summary by channel. So I said, can you give me a summary by channel? The AI always explains what it's about to do. And here comes the answer. And then I was like, okay, who are my top 10 customers this year? So I type, give me the list of my top 10 customers. Tells you what to do, not what to do, but what it's about to do. And you have your list. Okay. Russell buying a lot of, he's already spending a lot of money so far this year. I said, tell me more about Russell. Okay. And the system is finding the information about Russell. You see, you can see the contact information, RFM segmentation, lifetime value. Said, give me a summary by year and channel for this customer. Okay, I want to know more about this person that is my top buyer so far this year. And the system is going to give you a summary. Is he a club member? You just ask, and the AI is going to respond. Okay, all right, so what is he buying? Give me a summary of the products he purchased during his last tasting room visit. And same thing, and here you are, you have the information. That's a big order. Process the order, and the system is going to tell you the sales associate was processing the order. This is the example of a dialogue, of a chat that you have with your own data. So these were just a few examples of chat with ChatGTC. We have a dedicated webinar coming in February with Commerce7, where you'll be able to learn a lot more about what AI can do for your winery using ChatGTC. You can reach out if you have some questions. You can go to onepost.com/chatgtc if you want to get on our waiting list for deployment. For existing customers of OnePulse, super easy to deploy you, but spaces is going to be limited first for initial deployment. Anyway, thank you again, Commerce7, for the opportunity for being with you today, and have a wonderful year, everyone.
The second thing I want to talk about is the point of sale. Today at Commerce7, we have a reservation application and we have a point of sale application. It makes a lot of sense for us to merge these two applications into one to provide a more seamless experience for both you and your customers. You can already jump directly from the point of sale to reservations, and you can already start an order on a reservation that will take you into the point of sale. The reservation and point of sale systems share a lot of components today, including a unified customer and order screen. Here are the things we know. We know that when we capture an email address in the tasting room, it leads to more e-commerce sales. We know that when we can attribute an order to a customer, we learn more about their preferences and we can better sell to them through personalization blocks. We also know that tasting room staff are very busy and often don't have time to capture customer details. So if a customer makes a reservation and we can pull that reservation into the point of sale system, then a customer record is attached to the tasting room order automatically, and this will lead to more sales in the future for you. Merging reservations with the point of sale will also allow us to utilize functionality such as table maps and floor plans to better manage your customer flow. In addition to merging the point of sale and reservations, there are a few other things you're going to see us change this year. We also want to continue to develop our restaurant tools on the point of sale. To date, these tools have been a great success, but specifically, we want to make printing kitchen tickets smarter. Certain items should always print to specific printing stations, and certain items should never print. We've spent a lot of time reviewing restaurant tools with you, but I'm sure that there's going to be more to come. We want you as an owner or manager to be able to interact with any point of sale cart without having to transfer it to yourself. For a price override or simply to help a staff member out, you should be able to jump to their active point of sale cart, add an item, edit an item, or override a price without transferring the cart onto your device. Finally, on the point of sale, we want to make it easier to start a tab for a customer. You should be able to tap a credit card and start a tab, and then we should have both the customer name and the credit card saved to file while the person interacts with your staff. We'll also be creating an area in the point of sale for customer preferences. For each specific customer, products will be suggested to your frontline staff, offering wines that they'll likely be interested in based on their purchase history and preferences. On our e-commerce websites, when we use our machine learning personalization engine to suggest products to a customer, it results in 5.9 times more add to carts. This means that a customer is more likely to add recommended products to their cart than products from a generic wines list page. We want to bring the same functionality to the point of sale for your staff so that they can directly suggest wines to a customer based on their past purchases and interactions. The third item on the roadmap I want to discuss is our club tools and customer preferences. Today, wineries who have switched to our club tools are seeing huge success. Over 30% of club memberships are signing up online. 32% of club members are interacting with their club package. 17% are adding more products to their club shipments, and this is generating an additional 10% more income for wineries. Wineries who use our subscription tools are seeing even better benefits. Fulfillment, revenue, and customer service are all streamlined while the customer has greater control of their membership. A client of ours, Cedarburg Wines, had the goal of connecting wine enthusiasts across South Africa. After signing up with Commerce7, they launched an online store and club. Starting with just 65 members in the spring of 2020, their club has now grown to include over 800 members nationwide. This is just one example of a winery that's seen success with Commerce7. We have the best club tools today, and in 2024, we're going to continue to improve them and push the bar. We are going to bring a recurring order option to our subscription clubs where customers can choose to receive the same products every single shipment. Currently, we have a few different club types in private beta, but we plan to improve them and bring them to our main subscription club. Next, we've talked about this before, but in 2024, we're going to open up customer preferences to more accurately influence our machine learning engine. We're going to finally bring customer likes and dislikes. They'll be able to privately rate past purchases, giving you more insight to products they enjoyed, and allow our machine learning engine to offer smarter recommendations for not only subscription clubs, but also personalization blocks. With our e-commerce system right now, we have what we call cart carrots. These cart carrots allow you to message and prompt customers based off of items in their cart. For example, if you offer free shipping for 6+ bottles and the customer only has 5 in their cart, you can prompt them and let them know that they only need to add 1 more bottle to qualify. It improves the customer experience and it also allows you to upsell. We're bringing this functionality over to our club tools in version 2 of Front-End. Wineries using user choice clubs or subscription clubs will be able to add cart carrots to message customers and upsell while they're editing their club shipments. Finally, we're going to tweak our machine learning engine to have a better prediction of content for upcoming subscriptions. Today, our personalization engine is used for both club and e-commerce. It's doing an amazing job at selecting wines, and it results in a significantly higher conversion rate. But machine learning has evolved a lot in the last couple of years, and we're going to continue to evolve with it. The fourth area we want to talk about is workflows. Every time we can save you clicks or deliver more information, it makes you more efficient. We focused our first couple of years as a company maximizing the customer experience, which allows you to sell the most. And while this still is very important to us, in 2024, you will see us continue to improve how you interact with the product. In 2021, we added bulk actions across the software for things like flipping orders from pickup to ship, tagging orders or customers in groups, and for bulk printing receipts and packing slips. In 2024, we're going to add some new bulk actions, such as bulk editing fulfillment and bulk fulfillment updates. We've recently added bulk editing of inventory counts, making it easier to do a cycle count and update inventory at once. And in 2024, we want to add bulk updates for additional areas like product pricing and other commonly edited fields. Another item is allowing more areas to be updated by importing CSV files. Today, Commerce7 has the best APIs of all the wine platforms. They're fast and incredibly powerful. While you can import through the APIs, they are too much for the average user. In 2024, we want to give you the ability to import CSV files for common areas like customers, products, and inventory. This will make it easy to import a list of customers from a recent event or update products. The final thing I want to discuss on our roadmap is security. Security is always top of mind for us. In 2023, we added two-factor authentication and developed ways for third parties to access only the specific data that they need. In 2024, we're going to continue increasing security. Account roles like the data role, which has wide access to your data, will no longer be available to use 60 days from your go-live date. This will go into effect June 3rd. It's very important that you don't give third parties unlimited reign of your information unless it's absolutely necessary. For example, when a third-party system wants to push customers and reservations to you, they shouldn't have access to everything, including your payment gateway credentials, compliance credentials, and your key staff data. We're taking a stand here as we see third parties building great apps, but then asking for wide open security. This has been a struggle for us, but we see companies like HubSpot taking the same strategy. We will be working with you and your partners as we tighten security up. And building an app, whether it's private or public, is very easy to do with little to no coding changes required. So that's the high-level roadmap for this coming year. Doubling down on our reporting, merging our reservations with our point of sale, continuing to focus on the club experience, and continuing improvements on workflows, and increasing our security. I want to close with a couple of thoughts today. Zach opened with the importance of a multi-channel experience. A few things play into that for the majority of our customers. A focus on capturing data in the tasting room, a focus on a better customer experience for both e-commerce and club. Second, we are in this together. You need great software, and we really want to see you succeed. We'll be pushing hard this year to build improvements for workflows, as well as continuing to improve the experience for your customers. 2023 was a great year, and we hope that you found value in the changes that we've made and are excited for what's coming in 2024. Thank you again for being our customer. We hope you enjoyed this update from us.